Inflation, I know, it's hitting us all hard. And for those of you who have teenagers heading off to college in a few weeks, I have a question for you. Have you looked at that 529? I did last weekend. And I went, oh. And then I talked to some other folks. The investments are down 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, maybe more for some of you. What do you do if you need to pay for college right now? Financial advisor Justin Castelli owns RLS Wealth. He's here with what we should know and what we should do. Good to see you again. Let's just start with those that maybe don't really know. First of all, what is a 529?
Yeah, 529 is a tax-favored investment vehicle for college. So think of it kind of like your retirement accounts, IRA, 401k. You can invest in it, it's tax deferred, and if you use it for qualified educational expenses, it's tax free.
I know there are thousands of people that are in this boat, tens of thousands, maybe millions, that their kids are going to, we've already started paying the college bill. We've already had to log in and pay some money. And then you're like, wait, there's thousands and thousands of dollars that I thought we were gonna be able to use to pay for this. Right. They're not there anymore. I know there's a lot of things you can do. Where do we start? What should we be doing?
Well, one of the first things you could do is if you had been planning ahead of time, and maybe you have some other savings that you could use to allow the bleeding to stop and then the funds to recover. Timing is a big thing, so that would be one of the first things to do. If you have to use the funds inside the 529, maybe you're able to look at which funds are down the least and use those first, giving the other funds time to recover. And if not, then it's kind of going through and figure out what's the best way to do it without bleeding the 529. The final thing you can do is they do allow you on 529s now up to $10,000 can be used for student loans. So maybe there's the opportunity to use a student loan in the short term and then use the 529 proceeds through that little new advantage in the future.
That is key, I think, too. And then there's that talk about, this is something that I start getting, this is why you're here, moving funds, and I don't know. So do you do that, and how do you know?
This is where it's good to have a financial advisor or even a tax professional to help you. 529s do have some restrictions to how often you can change the investments. So you can't move it in and out as much as you might in some other investments, so that's one of the things to be mindful of. If you move it all conservative, and the market recovers, you want to get back in, you might not be able to because you've already done your movement for the year.
Okay, one thing that I did, our family did a couple years ago, someone just said, hey, why don't you just start putting money in a savings account also, just in case something happens with that. And so I'm glad that we did that. So we do have some money in a savings account too. Before we move on to if a child is going in like a year or two, is there anything else for the person that's going right now that I forgot to ask or that you think is important?
No, I think the key is just having a plan, and if you don't have a plan, it's never too late to put one together.
Right.
And reach out to a professional, a financial advisor, a tax professional, because there are a lot of nuances to the 529 that is not super easy to navigate.
No, it's not. So what if you have Jim O'Brien, his daughter's going in a year. Other people are like, well, my kid's going in 2 or 3 years. What do you tell them?
I would start doing what you did, is build a little bit of a cash savings that could be used in the short term. And then also revisit the plan. How are you going to be doing it? And should you be shifting investments to be more conservative? Maybe get the first couple years of tuition more conservative. Let the third and fourth grow some more. But it's starting to plan ahead of time. Don't wait until the summer before college to build your plan. Build it in advance. Yeah,
and then finally those contributions, you might want to say, okay, if let's just say you're putting in blank amount of money, maybe cut it in half right now and put that amount in, or I think everybody is so individualized that you don't know what that number looks like.
It does depend, and one of the things you'd consider with that is in Indiana, if you use the College Choice 529 plan, you are able to get up to a 20% state tax credit maxed out at $1,000. So if you were putting more than $5,000 in, you would still be able to do what you just mentioned and get the tax credit, but you want to play that into consideration as well. The tax credit isn't always the reason to make the contribution. You might be better off taking less tax credit and having more cash, but again, this is why working with a professional on something like this is so important.
And why I'm so glad that there are people like you that have brains like you do, because my brain is so different, and I just say, here, can you make it work for me? All right, hey, thank you so much. All right, so if you have more questions, Justin has a wealth of information, obviously. If you would like to contact him, we'll link you to his website and his blog. It's all about the Benjamins. It is all about the Benjamins.
All about your Benjamins.
Your Benjamins, all about your Benjamins. Fox59.com/links. Jim O'Brien, how do you feel about Molly going to college and being able to afford it?
I know, Ange, definitely have at least a few ideas, maybe a little. I like the fact that you can actually maybe get a loan, and then as the market goes back up, you can pay on that. That's not a bad way to go, especially if you're not paying a low interest fee. So lots to think about. So I've got another year, and you're right around the corner.